New York is not just a place on the map. It is an idea, a dream, and a symbol of human ambition. Its story begins long before skyscrapers and subways, when Native American tribes such as the Lenape lived on this land, hunting, fishing, trading, and building communities around rivers and forests. In 1609, European exploration began when Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch, arrived in the region. The Dutch later established a settlement called New Amsterdam in 1624, which was located on present-day Manhattan Island. In 1664, the British took control of the colony and renamed it New York, in honor of the Duke of York. Over time, New York became one of the most important centers of trade, migration, and political power in North America. During the American Revolution, it played a major role as a strategic city, and after independence, it rapidly grew into the economic heart of the young United States. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, millions of immigrants from Europe arrived through Ellis Island, making New York a global symbol of hope and opportunity. Italians, Irish, Jews, Germans, Chinese, Africans, and people from every part of the world helped build the city and the state into what it is today. A multicultural society shaped by diversity, struggle, hard work, and ambition. Geographically, New York is one of the most diverse states in the United States. It is located in the northeastern region of the country and contains mountains, rivers, lakes, forests, plains, and coastlines. The Appalachian mountain range runs through parts of the state, while the Adirondack Mountains in the north form one of the largest protected natural forest areas in the U.S. New York is home to major rivers like the Hudson River, which flows from the north to the Atlantic Ocean, and the Mohawk River, which played a key role in early transportation and trade routes. The state also borders two of the Great Lakes, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, making it an important water transportation hub. To the south, New York touches the Atlantic Ocean, giving it strategic coastal importance for shipping, defense, and global trade. This unique geography has made New York a natural gateway between North America and the rest of the world. In terms of total area, New York State covers approximately 141,300 square kilometers, 54,555 square miles, making it one of the largest states in the eastern United States. It is divided into urban regions like New York City, suburban areas, agricultural lands, and vast natural wilderness. While New York City is highly urbanized, large parts of upstate New York are rural, forested, and agricultural, showing the contrast between modern city life and natural landscapes within the same state. The population of New York is one of the largest in the United States. The state has a population of around 20 million people, while New York City alone has over 8 million residents, making it the most populated city in the country. This population represents almost every nationality, religion, and culture in the world. More than 800 languages are spoken in New York City, making it one of the most linguistically diverse places on Earth. People from Asia, Africa, Europe, the Middle East, Latin America, and every U.S. state live together, creating a unique global culture where different traditions, foods, beliefs, and lifestyles exist side by side. New York's climate and weather are also highly diverse. The state experiences 4 clear seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Summers can be hot and humid, especially in New York City, where temperatures often rise above 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Winters can be cold and snowy, particularly in upstate New York, where heavy snowfall is common due to cold winds from the Great Lakes, especially near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Spring brings rain and blooming landscapes, while autumn is famous for colorful leaves and mild temperatures, especially in forest regions like the Adirondacks and Catskills. This seasonal variation shapes the lifestyle, culture, tourism, and daily life of people living in the state. In terms of population growth, New York has a low birth rate and a moderate death rate, similar to many developed regions. The birth rate is relatively low due to urban lifestyles, high living costs, career-focused living, and delayed family planning. The death rate remains stable due to advanced healthcare systems, hospitals, medical research centers, and modern health infrastructure. Immigration plays a major role in maintaining population size, as people from other countries and U.S. states continue to move to New York for education, jobs, business, and opportunities. New York is surrounded by several important U.S. states, making it a major regional hub. It shares borders with New Jersey and Pennsylvania to the south, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont to the east, and Canada to the north. It also connects to Rhode Island through water boundaries. These neighboring states support New York's economy, transportation networks, and cultural connections. Major highways, rail systems, and trade routes link New York to the entire northeastern United States and Canada, making it one of the most connected regions in North America. Today, New York stands as a symbol of global civilization. A place where history meets modernity, tradition meets innovation, and people from all backgrounds live together. From its Native American roots to European colonization, from immigrant dreams to modern skyscrapers, New York's journey is the story of human ambition, resilience, and diversity. It is not just a state or a city. It is a global identity, a cultural powerhouse, and a living example of how geography, history, people, and opportunity come together to shape one of the most influential regions on Earth. New York is not only famous for its buildings and streets, but for its people. The true soul of New York lives in its population, a powerful mix of cultures, languages, traditions, and identities. People from every corner of the world live and work here, creating one of the most diverse societies on Earth. In New York, you will find immigrants, entrepreneurs, artists, workers, students, professionals, dreamers, and innovators living side by side. This diversity has shaped the personality of the city and the state: fast-paced, ambitious, competitive, creative, and resilient. New Yorkers are known for their hard-working spirit, strong confidence, independence, and determination. Life here moves quickly, and people learn to adapt, survive, and grow in one of the world's most demanding environments. Yet behind the busy lifestyle, there is also a deep sense of community, neighborhoods, families, and cultural groups that support each other and preserve their traditions. Religion in New York reflects this diversity. Almost every major religion in the world is practiced here. Christianity is the largest religion, with Catholic, Protestant, and Orthodox churches spread across the state. Islam is widely practiced, with mosques serving Muslim communities from South Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and other regions. Judaism has a deep historical presence, especially in New York City, which is home to one of the largest Jewish populations in the world. Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and other faiths are also strongly represented. In addition, many people in New York identify as non-religious, secular, or spiritual rather than religious. This coexistence of beliefs has created a culture of religious tolerance, freedom of worship, and multicultural coexistence, making New York one of the most religiously diverse places on the planet. Transportation is the lifeline of New York, and its airports connect the city to the entire world. New York is served by some of the busiest airports on Earth. John F. Kennedy International Airport, JFK, is a major global hub for international travel, connecting New York with Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. LaGuardia Airport, LGA, mainly serves domestic flights across the United States. Newark Liberty International Airport, EWR, located in neighboring New Jersey, also functions as a major international gateway for the New York metropolitan region. Together, these airports make New York one of the most connected cities in global aviation, supporting tourism, trade, business, diplomacy, and migration. Inside the city, the subway system is the backbone of daily life. The New York City subway is one of the largest and busiest metro systems in the world. It operates 24 hours a day, making it unique among global subway networks. Millions of people rely on it every day to travel between home, work, schools, and businesses. The subway connects all 5 boroughs, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island, creating a single integrated urban system. Alongside the subway, the bus system plays a crucial role, especially in areas where subway access is limited. City buses, express buses, and regional bus services provide affordable and accessible transport for millions of residents. Together, subways and buses form one of the most complex and important public transport networks in human history. New York's global image is defined by its famous skyscrapers, which symbolize modern civilization and human ambition. The skyline of Manhattan is one of the most recognizable in the world. Iconic buildings such as the Empire State Building, Chrysler Building, One World Trade Center, 30 Hudson Yards, and many others represent architectural excellence, economic power, and technological progress. These skyscrapers are not just buildings, they are symbols of human achievement, standing as monuments to innovation, engineering, and vision. They define New York's identity as a global capital of finance, business, media, and culture. Shopping and lifestyle culture are represented through New York's famous malls and commercial centers. While New York is known for its street shopping and luxury avenues, it also has major modern shopping complexes. Places like Hudson Yards Mall, Westfield World Trade Center, the shops at Columbus Circle, and large outlet centers attract millions of visitors every year. These malls combine shopping, dining, entertainment, and architecture, creating lifestyle destinations rather than just shopping spaces. New York is also famous for luxury shopping streets such as Fifth Avenue, making it one of the world's biggest fashion and retail capitals. Sports are a powerful part of New York's identity and culture. The state and the city are home to legendary sports teams and global sporting history. In baseball, teams like the New York Yankees and New York Mets are world famous. In basketball, the New York Knicks represent the city in the NBA. In American football, teams like the New York Giants and New York Jets carry massive fan followings. Ice hockey fans support the New York Rangers, while football, soccer, culture is growing rapidly with teams like New York City FC and New York Red Bulls. Major stadiums and arenas such as Madison Square Garden, Yankee Stadium, MetLife Stadium, and Barclays Center are not just sports venues, they are cultural landmarks. Sports in New York are more than entertainment, they are identity, pride, history, and emotional connection for millions of people. Together, these elements, people, religion, transport systems, airports, subways, buses, skyscrapers, malls, and sports, form the living structure of New York. This is not just a city or a state, it is a global civilization. It is a place where cultures meet, religions coexist, dreams are built, businesses rise, and history continues to be written every day. New York does not sleep because the world does not stop, and New York stands at the center of that global movement, forever alive, forever evolving, and forever inspiring. New York is not only a center of business and culture, it is also a global leader in education. The education system in New York is one of the largest and most complex in the United States. It begins with public schools, private schools, and charter schools, serving millions of students across the state. New York City alone operates one of the biggest public school systems in the world. Education here is seen as a path to opportunity, success, and social mobility. The state is also home to some of the world's most prestigious universities and institutions. Columbia University, New York University, NYU, Cornell University, Fordham University, and the City University of New York, CUNY, system are internationally respected for research, science, medicine, law, engineering, arts, and business education. Students from all over the world come to New York to study, making it a global academic hub. Libraries, research centers, museums, and academic institutions create an environment where knowledge, innovation, and learning are deeply rooted in daily life. New York's health system is one of the most advanced and influential in the world. The state is home to world-class hospitals, medical universities, research centers, and healthcare institutions. Hospitals such as Mount Sinai, Mayo Clinic-affiliated centers, New York Presbyterian, NYU Langone, and Montefiore are known globally for medical excellence. New York plays a major role in medical research, vaccine development, cancer treatment, surgery, and healthcare innovation. The healthcare system includes public hospitals, private hospitals, emergency services, clinics, and community healthcare centers. While healthcare access can be expensive and complex, the quality of medical expertise and research in New York is among the highest in the world. Millions of people from across the US and other countries travel to New York for specialized treatment. The spoken languages of New York reflect its global identity. English is the main language, but New York is one of the most linguistically diverse places on Earth. Spanish is widely spoken, especially among Latin American communities. Chinese languages such as Mandarin and Cantonese are common, especially in areas like Chinatown and Queens. Arabic, Urdu, Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, French, Russian, Korean, Japanese, Tagalog, Haitian Creole, Italian, Greek, Yiddish, and many African languages are spoken daily. It is often said that over 800 languages are spoken in New York City alone, making it one of the most multilingual cities in human history. Language in New York is not just communication, it is identity, culture, and heritage. New York is also a global home of famous brands and companies. It is one of the world's most powerful business and financial capitals. Major global brands and corporations are headquartered or strongly connected to New York, including IBM, J.P. Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Pfizer, MetLife, Verizon, American Express, Bloomberg, BlackRock, PepsiCo, Estée Lauder, Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Coach, Tiffany and Amp Company, and Marvel Entertainment. Wall Street represents global finance, while Madison Avenue symbolizes global advertising. New York shapes global markets, fashion, media, publishing, technology, and entertainment industries. Food is one of the strongest cultural identities of New York. The city's food culture represents the entire world in one place. From street food to luxury restaurants, New York offers every type of cuisine. Famous local foods include New York-style pizza, hot dogs, bagels, cheesecake, pretzels, pastrami sandwiches, and halal street food. At the same time, you can find authentic foods from every culture: Italian pasta, Chinese dumplings, Indian curry, Pakistani biryani, Middle Eastern kebabs, Mexican tacos, Japanese sushi, Korean barbecue, Caribbean dishes, African cuisine, and more. Food in New York is not just eating, it is cultural expression, identity, and tradition passed through generations of immigrants. New York City is divided into 5 boroughs, each with its own identity, culture, and lifestyle. These boroughs are Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. Manhattan is the financial, cultural, and business heart of the city. Brooklyn is known for creativity, art, neighborhoods, and diversity. Queens is the most ethnically diverse urban area in the world. The Bronx is famous for its history, sports culture, and strong community identity. Staten Island is more suburban and residential, connected to Manhattan by ferry. These boroughs together form one of the most complex urban systems on Earth. The political system of New York is structured within the American democratic system. New York State is governed by a governor, who is the highest executive authority of the state and is responsible for state laws, policies, budgets, and administration. The governor works with the New York State Legislature, which includes the State Senate and the State Assembly. Together, they create state laws and policies. At the city level, New York City is governed by a mayor, who leads the city government, manages public services, police, transport, housing, and city development. The mayor works with the New York City Council, which represents different districts of the city. This system allows local communities to have representation and voice in governance. New York's political structure reflects democracy, law, public accountability, and civic participation. Through its education, healthcare, languages, brands, food culture, boroughs, and political system, New York shows itself not just as a place, but as a global system of civilization. It educates the world, heals the world, feeds the world, employs the world, and connects the world. This is why New York is not simply a city or a state. It is a global capital of humanity, where knowledge, culture, power, diversity, and dreams come together to shape the future of the modern world.